With an estimated gross product of $136 billion, Lagos contributes 25% of Nigeria's GDP and is arguably the fourth largest economy in Africa. This and other statistics leave Lagos as the flagship state in Nigeria. But just as the state commands a dominant position in the country, it also comes with its own challenges, one of which is the increase in unemployment as a result of the growing population. Well, the state government recently organized a stakeholders summit where participants discussed solutions to tackle this challenge.
According to the World Economic Forum, an average of 85 people migrate to Lagos per hour, while various estimates suggest between 40 and 50% of the skilled workforce in Nigeria are residents in Lagos. Apart from the huge pressure on infrastructure, these numbers also highlight Lagos State's importance to serving Nigeria's unemployment and poverty challenges. It is clear Nigeria faces a major challenge in creating the jobs not only needed for increasing labor productivity, but more importantly to lift millions of its citizens out of poverty. In its bid to seek ways to redefine solutions to the challenges of unemployment, the Ministry of Wealth Creation convened a stakeholders summit to deliberate on and design ways to create an enabling environment for sustainable employment and wealth creation. Participants include industrialists, entrepreneurs, international development organizations, as well as key players and decision makers in the public and private sectors. The unemployed were also in attendance.
At the same time, you've created an extension workforce.
In his welcome address, the Commissioner in the Ministry of Wealth Creation and Employment presented what seemed to be the efforts of the ministry so far in fulfilling its mandate, which is to reduce unemployment and expand wealth creation.
Since inception, the ministry has developed a strategic roadmap towards the attainment of its core mandate. We have also commenced meeting with all our stakeholders and residents of each division of the state, cutting across the 3 senatorial districts, to identify the wealth creation opportunities available in the state and the possibility of harnessing them for the benefit of the citizenry. Additionally, I am happy to report that in line with this mandate, 3 job registration labor exchange centers have been established in Badagry, Lagos, and Ikorodu divisions, and the centers are fully operational.
The Commissioner explained the scope and objective of the summit.
This summit will feature a plenary session presentation and technical sessions cutting across 4 major sectors of the economy. The technical section will address the issue of unemployability amongst youths and also explain the rules of cognitive education and technical skills for broadening opportunities for paid and self-employment. At the end of this 2-day summit, it is envisaged that we would have evolved a workable template which will feed into the strategic roadmap of the ministry and that of all our esteemed stakeholders for sustainable employment and wealth creation for economic transformation in Lagos State.
The state government sees the summit as a platform to generate ideas, harmonize strategies, and forge strong partnership for sustainable wealth creation.
The economic challenges facing our country as a result of dwindling revenue from crude oil present a unique opportunity to chart a new direction to sustainable economic growth. Part of what we need to do, and which this administration has been doing, is to support the establishment and growth of small businesses to create job opportunities and generate wealth for our collective prosperity. I therefore enjoin all participants to see this summit as an opportunity for all stakeholders to bring up ideas and suggestions that will add value to the strategies guiding the design and implementation of sustainable programs for harnessing the opportunities for job and wealth creation.
The keynote address on strengthening partnership for employment opportunities and wealth creation in a competitive environment was delivered by the Chairman, Board of Trustees of Lagos State Employment Trust Fund, Mrs. Ifeeko Karu. She decried the increasing rate of unemployment figure in Nigeria.
According to the National Bureau of Statistics, in Q1 2016, the economically active population, defined as persons within the ages of 15 and 64, increased from 105 million to 106 million, 105 million in Q4 2015 to 106 million in Q1 2016. So even if we thought we had challenges, also remember that those challenges just keep on growing. And then juxtapose that against where the economy is today. This means that almost 1 million people came into the working population within the quarter. And out of those, the labor force population increased from 76.9 to 78.5, an increase of 2%. The Nigeria needs to create at least 1.5 million jobs per quarter to keep the number of people unemployed flat. It is high. To make the number of employees not grow, to keep it flat. And that means we need to be thinking about at least 6 million jobs every year.
As a way forward, Mrs. Okaru said there must be an effective collaboration between government and the private sector.
Some of the challenges identified by the ministry in the quest for solutions include underemployment, deficit skills gap, inadequate financing, low emphasis on functional education, institutional and policy gaps, and we can go on. But let me share with you some of the other challenges which I hope in the summit you will also look at, so we dimension it differently as well. One of it, I'm not going to say power. I heard somebody say power. Order. Order. Sometimes we don't think about it that way. The more order, discipline is created in an environment, the more jobs. And let me add that employment and wealth creation cannot happen without that handshake. The handshake between the Lagos State government and the private sector, and civil society, and the federal government, and the unemployed, and with every single stakeholder.
The summit also had technical sessions, discussions focused on the imperative of youth participation in agriculture value chain, technical skills development, wholesale and retail, and the growth of small and medium enterprises. Representatives of the various technical sessions presented their reports from deliberations and recommendations made by participants.
In order for us to take this to the next level, we think that there is need to create more platforms that gives even better access to the online market environment.
We also identified the need to sensitize entrepreneurs on government interventions that are available with the newly created Employment Trust Fund. Also, entrepreneurs lack understanding of the necessary prerequisites for business success.
Another challenge has to do with the fact that inadequate prerequisite skill in the agro-allied industry is a major impediment to the growth of the sector. States should establish innovation desks in the Ministry of Wealth Creation and Employment to promote information and innovation sharing between the state and private sector. so as to harness good practice.
The two-day summit also featured exhibitions of locally made products by small-scale entrepreneurs.
Make your skin fresh.
Make your skin fresh. Yes, I'm 50.
It is expected that collaboration should not end at the summit. The Ministry of Wealth Creation has promised to continue constructive engagement with partners and work ahead in the next few months to implement the outcome of the summit.
That's all for this week. Keep the conversation alive through our social media platforms. We'll be glad to read from you. I'm Loretta Chiogo. Bye for now.